The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Talo for Lover. I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spin-off. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spin-off member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora and welcome to the Real Pod Special Edition Drag Race Down Under the Covers
with Chris and Eli.
And what a delightful week. It's the girl band week. Truly my favourite week of Drag Race.
It's always an amazing episode because you get to hear a new song and you don't actually only just get to hear it once. You actually get to hear it twice.
Oh, and sometimes it has a full minute outro of the chorus just over and over again.
And we're also very honoured to have a special guest in for this episode. Please welcome to your ears right now, Medulla Oblongata.
Hi, yes, so good to be here on the Electroshock's Drag Race review.
It really is her show.
She's every episode. I feel like she is front and center. Everything's
is getting
about
that
her.
Screen time, but we'll get into that. So let's just recap the episode, huh?
Yeah.
Let's just start with
everyone reading from Art Simone. Still, do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, I guess so. They seem pretty shook, hey, that Art Simone's gone.
I mean, like, I think I watched something else where it said, like, you know, you can see that everyone else feels a little bit more relaxed now that she's gone. Because,
it's very like All Stars after Ben de la Creme left, and everyone was like,
finally that they can be themselves. Yeah.
Who would be your biggest competition if you were in the show, Medulla?
Myself.
Yes, my inner saboteur.
Absolutely.
I think, yes, I would be very nervous around Coco and Electra. I think their just ability to perform, which is very interesting knowing where the episode goes, but I just think like I reckon there's a few queens in there that are just like, ooh, I cannot jump up and do the splits. You know?
I can't do the splits. I'm not like in any form like athletic.
What's your go-to like lip syncing trick?
Just like making sure that I get every breath, like, you know, to make it sound like that I am actually singing.
Do you sing at the same time? Sometimes?
I do.
I always want to be like up close and hear how much is like coming out of your mouth when you're
like
lip syncing.
every word, every breath.
Yeah,
like
gorgeous.
I make sure, like, you know, the DJ puts it up so high
Yes.
that
No
I
one can
can't
ever
hear
hear
myself.
that.
Like,
Yeah.
I love because I booked ketamine for my 30th. I've mentioned this every episode, and it's my one claim to fame. But the only thing she had to say was like, she was like, yeah, it'll be fine, we'll be fab, we'll turn up on time. My only request is that the music is so loud. Because the last thing you want to hear is just like the heels like clumping on the floor. And it's like, oh my God.
Or you going like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so bad.
So Art Simone's out of the competition. They're all feeling really, really good. And Coco's got a bit of confidence, which I like to see.
I love how she, like, you know, kept saying, like, I sent her home. I did write it down somewhere where, you know, she had been, like, compared to Art Simone in the past, and there was, like, a time and incident where, like, one of the bars that had hired her said, like, but you're not anything like that. She said that in the episode.
I can't believe that. People are
Trash.
awful.
People are trash. I mean, it's no surprise that people who run gay bars can be trash sometimes.
But, I mean,
No comment.
but all the comments.
I would go to a Coco Jumbo show instantly.
She
turns it out.
Beautiful.
She's a legend and an icon. Do you guys remember her making the news a few years ago about beating up that straight guy for there was an incident on the street and they beat up like a person who was like abusing or something.
Oh, okay.
You
I
don't
thought you meant she just...
No, not casually. She was saving
like, she's
someone.
straight, bro?
She was saving someone.
Oh, I love that. Wow. She's beautiful. as a performer, like you
Electric.
can't take your eyes off her.
She's so good. Oh, how good was she in that lip sync though? Like against Art. Oh,
She killed it.
And I feel like it was, because there's always those interviews post they send someone home and the Queen's always like, oh, my heart breaks. I feel so sad and it was so hard to do. I don't even want to be in that position ever again. And I love that Coco's just like, I said Art Simone. I'm like, yes.
Still running that
And
high.
I love that. I'm like, yeah, gas yourself up. That's what this is all about. Is just like living that reality TV dream.
I gotta say
absolutely.
as well, jumping ahead to the song now, but the thing that's been in my head ever since I watched the episodes, oh my good gay girly guys.
No. Please, we have to ban that because I just cannot have it in my head, and we will get to it. But let's.
I saw that Charlie Treadway had wrote on Facebook saying like, "Oh, is like Coco Jumbo the new Roxy Andrews?"
It has. It definitely has. Like qualities of that, but look, we have to recover. We have to cover the
Baywatch.
I mean, we don't have to.
Mini challenge.
I love a mini challenge, and I love how the Queens take it quite seriously. Like they want the win, but it is truly it's like the fluffiest, stupidest part of the episode.
I mean, like that's when you get to like be your stupidest self.
Yeah.
So yeah.
First time we've seen them do quick drag as well.
First time, and weirdly, Ketamine and Karen from Finance look like identical twins. They've got,
Okay,
like,
can I just say something about Karen's makeup? I
Please.
don't think
Oh,
anyone
please.
has noticed this or picked up on this. Her makeup and look is a reference to Joyce Mange, who is an Australian queen. And she was viral in 2009 for that flash mob on Bondi Beach.
This is why we have you.
Yeah,
on
this is why we need
the
an
podcast.
And
expert.
that's
you are
literally that's her face, like with
What the
big,
quick drag?
The
yeah,
big lips
the quick,
and
with the blue
big
eye.
lips and the
wow.
blue eyes. That was Joyce Mange.
I like when people's quick drag is a different look as well, because
Yeah.
like etc. is kind of like she looks exactly like
She looked. I was like that. You obviously do your makeup. You look
So
exactly
quickly.
the same.
It's
I
so
was
good. If
really-
you can do it like that face in like
I don't. Because how long do they
good.
have?
I have
Quick.
no idea. Quick, yeah.
And the true. I think
According
the
to
true
Ed.
winner of the day was Manscaped. I think they really got the bang for their
oh
buck.
my god!
Yeah, they
And
got a lot of airtime.
I don't know about what you consume on the internet, but Manscaped follows me
Everywhere.
everywhere I go.
Well, is there one product they won't sponsor? That's my question. I just feel like you're constantly watching videos and people being like, and also if you want to shave your nuts, like, and it's just everywhere you look.
Along the kiwi fruit, I've seen it so many times. It's like burned in my mind.
Are they sponsoring this show?
Well.
Actually, they are. No,
Well, if you're listening to us, you should sponsor us.
no, get your razors away from me.
No, we don't.
So who do we think was a shining star in that Baywatch running down the beach Bondi rescue vibe?
I mean, Electra is giving everything.
Well, they're right about Electra. She just throws herself into everything, you know? She's just full commitment all the time, so she always
She
kills
is
it.
a star.
Yeah.
I was also a big fan of Anita.
Same to do that old dottery look.
When she came out and said, what was it? What a dump.
Yeah, so good.
And she had like a full, like, I like the full character. I love that it was a specific choice.
But she's always got this like vintage aesthetic about her, and she like even in the
Yeah.
clubs, like she does like old school songs. So.
Because who was that queen who was like, I never enjoy when a queen's like, I'm always about that old Hollywood glam. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be so boring. But
But that is Anita.
no, but Anita, I think, spices it up a little bit. Like, I felt like last week we saw her look quite beautiful with that kind of
The siren
with the
look.
swept
To be
hair.
honest, I've been super impressed with like Anita.
Same.
And all the Kiwi
She put
girls.
the
like,
work
Same. And I want to make sure that I'm not being completely biased, but I just feel like Kiwis are knocking
Kiwis
out.
are
We've got
nailing
Electra,
it.
who basically
Is the story of the show.
Is the entire story of the show. Keita, who's like dynamite, and I think
Yes.
my feeling,
On the rise. She
On
feels
the
like she's
rise.
on, up every
and
episode.
Anita,
No
like,
comment.
Anita's got the best.
well, you're not a big fan of Keita.
No. I just don't want to talk about how far she's going because
Oh, you know all the-
spoilers.
Oh, do you? Oh my!
You know all the tea.
Just
You can't.
Does every drag queen in Auckland know?
no, I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
perfect.
Okay, good.
Every
Why are
drag-
we even here?
The true mystery of this podcast, or the joy of this podcast, is bringing a drag queen on who knows how the entire show works,
Everything,
and
yeah.
watching them pretend like they don't know what happens.
Yeah.
And that's the
it's hard.
professionalism.
As we
It's
make
hard.
bold predictions.
And I will say as well, every drag queen that we've had on the show has turned up like 5 minutes early.
And I was late today.
No, it's amazing.
It's incredible.
I was like, I need to get out of the house now because I know that Medulla's going to be here early, and you were here.
Can you say
early.
that one more time and very slowly? Medulla is on time.
Medulla is always on time, if not early.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tess, did you hear that?
Yes.
Then we're into
Baywatch.
I can't even remember what Scarlett did in the mini challenge, but she did end up being another winner along with Electra.
Look, they had storyline. They put the two dancers against each other.
Always, because it is, in fact, a reality TV show.
Yes,
It's
and we
not about
actually can't
drag.
have two of the same type.
Yeah.
That's the rule. Even though we have ended up with 8 of the same type after this episode.
And then we end up
they're all
with only
drag
white
queens.
queens. So then we find out that the main challenge is obviously the girl group challenge. We're going to hear a new song. We've had a taste of the song before, right? Because it was
it was in the promo.
I will say, I'm not a big fan of the Queens Down Under. It sounds like, in my mind, when you buy a Barbie doll and it has a jingle or a song and it's this little tiny MIDI track that that's the music box inside the doll. It's this kind of weird song that's not really doesn't have a beat.
Why is none of the lyrics actually specific about Down Under? Why is it their tuck is tight? That's not unique to Down Under.
Yeah, it
That's
sounded
just,
like someone that's not from this region wrote it.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was written by Leland, right?
But
Where is he from? Oh, Australia?
Australia with Troy.
No, I think he's American, but maybe works with Troy. But I don't know.
I'm not sure.
And I think Michelle's singing it.
I heard this as well. Yeah,
It sounds like Michelle.
it does because that step song with Michelle in it.
I was going to say fire.
I pump that up
Fire.
at the gym
So good.
every day. I
love that those songs come with choreography.
Oh my gosh,
So good.
Michelle doing steps choreography is perfection.
I love that Michelle. And I love an episode that has a bit more of Michelle in it. And I also love that when Rue was like, you're going to be working with a girl group icon, the one and only Michelle Visage. And the queens are still like, because they have spent no time with her.
Yeah,
and
this
she
is
is
real time.
super famous.
Absolutely.
Oh my
It's-
gosh.
It's reality.
I love the recording session, and I hate it. Sometimes later in the season when they do another song, they skip over the recording session. But I love seeing them on the mic, giving it a go, and people being super confident and failing, or people being unsure and then killing it. God, I love the drama of the recording booth.
What were your thoughts on the song, Medulla?
I hate the song. No, but come on. But it's for reality TV entertainment.
Yes.
I thought some of the verses were really good.
I thought the
Yes.
verses improved the quality of
the
the song.
song.
I was like, I don't know if I'm into this. And then as soon as the verses kicked in, I was like, I love the song.
Anita's
Yeah.
verse was really good.
It was really good. Okay, but
Let's talk
I
about
will
our favorite
say,
verses.
I just want to say that Bing Bang Bong was so the UK songs have been so good that this did feel like
A bit of
a bummer.
Bing
It
Bang
needed an 808 beat, I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like Bing Bang Bong set the bar
So
for
high.
Drag Race songs.
I thought it was Frog Destroyers that set the bar first.
Yes.
Oh, true. No, you are true.
Yeah.
And then
I wanna
after-
break up. That was
amazing.
That
Both of
made
those
the
songs.
charts.
Yes.
Yeah, and then everything else following that made
So,
charts.
who were our favorite verses? Did you say Anita? Was that what you said?
Anita was really good. I really enjoyed
I thought
that.
Anita killed it. Here's my thing with some of those drag verses. Sometimes they have very similar.
Sometimes it's
It's like, here I am
generic.
to smash the competition, feeling powerful, and it's always the same.
I'm gonna take the crown and take you down because I want to win Drag Race.
Very
I'm the
that.
number one queen. You better watch out for me. It's me. It's like, whereas and I felt like Anita put in a million words.
Look, she was great.
And
Yeah,
I love packing the lyrics in because I gotta say, to me, the bottoms were wrong.
Yes.
I thought Karen should have been in the bottom.
We
Karen's
are
verse,
skipping too far.
I'm sorry, but
we need-
Karen's verse was like, "Hey, I'm Karen. I'm clocking into
Oh,
work." What
I
does
just-
that say? What is
Yeah.
this letter stuff?
I don't know. She social
I agree
climbing.
though.
Social
It was slow. It was so on the beat. It was exactly that thing. And I was
That
like,
was just business.
It was kind of
Yeah, it's business. And that's what I'm getting from Karen. I'm like, what are we meant to latch on to? Because what she's bringing is amazing looks, I will say, all so far. But I'm also like, she's a comedy queen, but I'm not gagging for the gags.
What I need for her to do is actually clock out instead of clocking in.
Yes.
Another one of my favorite verses was Ketamine's.
The face she gave.
That The face where her
She
hands
framed
go
it,
there,
made the
and then
picture
her eyes
frame.
It's so
flip to
good.
the
It's
side,
so
and she
good.
goes like that.
I hope that becomes a meme.
But then we've got like, was it BB? Her
Oh my God.
You know, that was just like she just went in.
Legend.
Oh, wow.
Legend.
It's one of my favorite verses of all time. But yeah, Ketamine I felt like had some sense of musicality and knew kind of how to break up what is a very sort of formulaic song.
Did you notice how like Michelle said that it was very easy to work with her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah.
Okay, so who were our... Let's talk about our
I also
bottoms.
I also did think Scarlett Adams' verse was good, and she made the good choice to kind of Naomi Smalls. I can't remember what it was, but it was kind of like the just like word.
Yes.
I haven't really been paying any attention to her. I'm sorry.
No,
fair,
fair.
absolutely fair. She does.
It just can't even register that she's there.
You're doing that thing that with like...
I'm cherry pieing her.
Yeah, but like you're just doing, you're
Yeah.
editing herself. Just like close your eyes whenever she's on screen.
Yeah.
I
Though
mean,
I will admit the goon bag was nice.
it's hard when you know something about a queen, like, and this has happened with the Sherry Pine thing as well, right? Where you're like,
She was still going to win that season.
yeah, but then you can't remove yourself from what you know of the queen now, you know, which is this like
enjoy the thing. Yeah.
for those who are kind of catching up, like there's all the stuff online about like her past, like, and like it's not even that old, is it?
It's
like,
not that old,
like
and
as
there's
recent
lots
as
of
this
it.
year.
ugh, and
It's so bad.
like heaps of blackface and heaps of really like racist drag artistry, you know, and it's a real shame. And
It is a real shame because
But-
like she's been bringing like the positive messages as well. Like when
100%.
With that seasickening couture, like she came out and she was like, the Great Barrier Reef is dying and this is an environmental issue and all. It's all true, you know. But why does it have to be her the one that has to say these things? Because like there's all these other bad things that she's done. So it's like I'm conflicted, but not.
you have to just
I've made up my mind.
which is to edit her out of the show
Yeah.
while you're watching it.
Absolutely.
Full respect.
So let's talk about our bottoms of that challenge.
I know you said in the last 2 episodes that you really like Maxi and you want to like Maxi to like
Don't
stay longer.
No, if you talk ill of Matt, I will walk out of
Fine. Welcome to the Electroshock review series with Medulla.
Go on. You're allowed your opinion.
Yes.
No, look, she struggled.
She struggled. But
And like,
she was.
It still was funny.
and if there was a brown queen in that situation who was struggling, hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
She just didn't deliver. I'm sorry.
No.
That's fair.
Still love her though.
I absolutely see that she struggled. And she was bottom 3. She was just safe.
To me,
But also listening to those critiques though, they said all like good things about everyone else and negative things about Maxi, and then still let Maxi stay.
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about the other bottom queens, and then we can kind of talk about judging.
I thought Etc. should have been in the bottom as well. I thought Etc. and Karen were the most boring, and they should have been the bottom too.
Oh, but also while we're on etc., can I just say how much I enjoyed etc. backseat driving?
Oh yeah!
That
Oh my
was
god! I love that.
I love that. I love when you watch a queen kind of pipe up in the rehearsals.
Yeah.
But
And-
it was even better that she was doing it to like Scarlett because yeah, she needed to be silenced.
Yeah, and I found Karen to be quite sort of. It was okay. It was,
Yeah.
but there was nothing interesting or exciting. Whereas, let's talk about the critique of Electroshock, because that's what for me was the most interesting part of the episode.
Beyonce, I loved it.
I agree.
She's so smart.
It's a drag competition. Drag is all about putting yourself out there, performing. Like, yes, it's like you do group numbers and it's important to work as a group. But like, if you think about a competition, and if you're in the bottom in a competition, then you want to find an opportunity to put yourself out there. And that's what that whole show is about. It's like, if you know that you're a dancing queen and you've been in the bottom, then you go out there and then you just take the spotlight. And then she did exactly that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, well, now you're showing off.
I will say the final bit, when there was this minute at the end where the chorus just kept going and all the verses were done, where Electra was kind of writhing on the floor.
I love that.
That was where it tipped over the edge. I wasn't into the last bit.
But like, if you also like look back on when they were rehearsing and stuff, Electra was actually a really good teacher and a really good team
she
leader.
whipped the number up.
And like everyone was very cohesive and everyone hit their marks. And if she was going to like, again, we need to remember that this is a reality show, and if
Please.
you do get like elected as like a captain, like like put yourself in center, be that Beyonce, like why not?
Absolutely.
The story she got, I mean, the big story about her dance school as well was like, whew.
It's heartbreaking. Let's have a break, and then we can come back and talk about Bogan Couture and then
the lip sync.
and the lip sync decisions and all that kind of stuff. So we're just a wee message from probably not our sponsors, but just another ad
Not
for the spin-off.
Manscaped, but something else.
Yes, an ad for Manscaped.
Kia ora, Justin Giovanetti here, and I'm the political editor at The Spinoff. This podcast, like so much of the work we do at The Spinoff, is made possible by the support of our members. To find out more about The Spinoff members and how you can help us keep producing quality, independent journalism, visit members.thespinoff.co.nz and do it today.
Okay, so it is runway time, everyone's, I guess, favorite part of the episode. And
what a theme.
And what a theme.
Joyous theme.
I'm excited for this because I feel like we might see some real looks here when it comes to sort of like Bogan Couture. Is it couture? Is that what they say? Or is it like Bogan realness? Or
I have no idea.
Bogan prom something, wasn't it?
There's so much to go off. And I feel like there's so many landmark kind of looks that you could go for. And I am a little underwhelmed.
Yeah, I hear you as well.
There's a little bit of like 80s-ness.
That's Bogan though, right?
And is that like Bogan prom? Is that what
Bogan
it is?
prom was the thing. So there was a mixture of 80s prom and Bogan, but
I wanted to see leopard print. I don't understand
I
why.
wanted to see like really bad taste.
I wanted to see Cheryl West. You know, like I wanted West Side, like I wanted, and
I wanted to see Cheryl and Barnes.
yes. I just wanted like some actual
like cat ears, like
hot trash, like walking the runway, and I just felt like we got a lot of like 80s prom. So let's talk about our favorite looks.
The goon bag was okay. I didn't really understand the really long torso. And the leg ratio was like weird.
Right,
But
yes.
Keita Mean had that going on too, which then we can bring back and tie in with like RuPaul's comment where like they glint in her eye about her being somewhat cross-dressery, like
Crazy comment.
it's great.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like
Did you?
that was the most outrageous thing I'd ever heard. It's true, we're men. Some of us are like
yeah.
So
I just thought it was such a weird. It's such a I don't even know how to unpack that comment. It was so unusual to me.
Yeah.
the body ratio was off.
Right.
yes.
Like the torso was so much more longer than it needed to be, like, and the legs were like so short.
I loved what Keita was doing in terms of being like, I'm not going to go for your obvious choice, but I guess it's that thing of like you want those looks to tell a bit of a story, and especially when it's like Bogan prom, you're like, I want a full character or something, and you were just like, but it was very on brand and it was very cohesive and clean. It didn't pop off for me.
Clean was the issue.
Right? Yeah, because it's Bogan. You got to get dirty.
It needs to be a little bit dirty.
I quite liked Anita's weird denim.
To be honest, with the side swept hair, like it did give us the character that we needed.
Very much just like so wrong that you're like, yeah, that's
I love trying to imagine who that woman is, like, who's like head to toe denim, and then but has like a bow, and so she kind of looks like she's going to church.
It's Anita.
But then,
She wasn't doing a look. That's just her.
But then she's got like missing teeth and like durries on her ears. Like it's just, I was a really unusual person, but it's sort of taking me somewhere, which I thought was quite fun. I controversially loved Electra's look.
I loved Electra's look.
That served me authenticity.
Yes, the glasses, everything.
I thought it was cool.
That
I
was
thought it looked
full-blown Bogan.
Yeah, she looked like she'd be drinking Jim Beam. It was,
but also
Or
kind of
Woody,
fashion. I thought it was kind of fashion.
Yeah.
Like the boots, the gold dress, the hair was really cool. Heaps of jewelry.
Yeah.
And the glasses. I was just like, this
glasses really
is
topped
going
it
off.
off.
I was like, she's going to Speedway and then she's going to a prom.
They called her out for the accessories, and I'm like, she's done a brilliant job, I think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Her look had me like handing me out like a Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Pun intended.
I mean, you are right. You know, you are right, Medulla, when you say like, you know, Maxi had only kind of negative comments out there, you know,
and
like
they still kept
critiques,
her.
but they still kind of kept her safe.
But I loved her look. She
I
was
loved her
Wait,
look.
this big round ball with a fucking head on it. It's just walking down with like little tiny feet. Amazing.
She reminded me of the nanny. You know, for Andrew, Grandma Estelle, is that it?
Grandma Yetta.
Grandma Yetta, yeah. Estelle, that's Friends. For me, like character.
Yeah.
And so you're instantly kind of drawn to it. I just find Maxie so likable. I just think she's genuinely so sweet. And I just love the way she sort of stands there and
she's so happy.
Looks always sort of surprised and happy.
It's like, so good.
She looks like she simultaneously looks like she's having the best time and she's the most uncomfortable she's ever been. Yeah. And I love that because it feels so relatable.
Is she like Australian, or is she like from somewhere else, like an import?
No, I think she does have a British energy to it.
I think she's like a classic Australian queen. She's been around doing it for years. That's my understanding of her.
Because I do feel like there is a bit of like a gap. I don't know. It's something that I have where like because like I'm also English is not my first language, so there is like a bit of like a translation like delay, and that is like the kind of like vibe that I get from Maxie, which makes her that much more endearing, you know? Like,
yeah.
Yes.
I did think they were talking about, like, if you can't sing or get in rhythm, get some lessons or whatever. I'm like, that's not something you can learn quickly in the 3 weeks you got before you go to Drag Race.
But she should have just, like, stuck with singing Twinkle Twinkle, I think.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic.
That would have been actually quite funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one ever really undermines this song in a way. Like, and just, like, sing. Well, that's sort of what BB was doing when she was just like, you know, you're just kind of like, whoa, she's not going to write any lyrics. I love it.
So good.
I thought Coco it was a look with a good story, and if she'd been able to kind of fulfill it a little bit more, it would have been a really...
Speaking of her looks, though, did you notice that she only ever wore purple?
True.
It's a gorgeous colour on her, though.
Beautiful colour on her.
She constantly looks breathtakingly gorgeous. And there were some nice details to that look that I thought was kind of clever. Like she had like dirty knees on her tights.
Yes.
And I was like,
attention to detail.
Exactly. Whereas I think Karen's look like expensive.
Wait, what was she wearing?
Well made.
She's got a jumpsuit with this tulle.
It was sort of like frills down the side of it, and then it was kind of like an 80s tracksuit number.
I didn't think this was the runway for pants, and quite a few people wore pants.
I mean, no. What Etc. was wearing, like the hoodie and the track pants,
the juicy couture, like
that's bogan.
Yeah, but is it bogan at the prom?
But is that Australian bogan?
Yes.
Yeah. What she needed maybe was Ugg boots.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, can we talk about like Scarlett's shoes? They were Jandals.
Jandal high heels.
Jandal high heels. What the fuck?
I know.
Amazing.
Wow.
So good. Okay, so then we've got in the bottom Electra and Coco. Do we agree?
No.
We don't agree. We want to see Karen.
They were both fantastic. That lip sync. There should have been a double Shantae.
Exactly. I thought the same thing.
The lip sync.
It was and such a good song.
An amazing song. I've been playing it on my Spotify.
Same.
Huge plug for Spotify right now. Get the app. Download it.
RuPaul was Sandra Bullock in Bird Box judging that runway, like blindfolded.
Oh yeah. It was just they both turned it out. And I honestly thought potentially that Coco was going to be saved because I thought she was... It's interesting because I feel like with the lip syncs, you have to then judge it when you've got a queen who can just rip her legs off and juggle them versus a queen who can't.
They were both serving same energy.
That's it. I'm like,
it.
you have to judge it on energy and like inhabiting the song rather than just tricks.
Yeah.
Because that way it can be a fair lip sync.
How many like splits can you do though? Like...
But quite a few, it looks like.
What I will say about Electra is that whenever she pulls a stunt, there's like a bit of, there's a moment with it as well. I loved it when she went into the splits and then she was like clicking her head and like popping back and forth. It's not just like, look at me do the splits. It's like, here's something that's part of the song.
She does know how to like work a stage.
I thought it was going to be a double save. And I feel like the show has capacity for a double save. It would have been fun, but heartwarming.
Yeah.
And they both deserved it.
They both deserved it.
Yeah.
It was very unfair.
But unfortunately, we see that Coco has been chosen to go home. She looks genuinely gutted, but also the most beautiful woman in the room.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't tell me she's not a woman.
She's stunning.
So beautiful. So
and
beautiful.
I think I'm gutted to lose her actually because I felt like she was great in terms of reality TV as well.
Yeah,
her confessionals, love them. Well, let's just talk about our general kind of takes away from the episode, where we think the show is going, who do we think's sort of the head of the competition, who do we think's falling behind, and then we'll go and have a chat to Coco, our last eliminated queen.
I gotta say, I'm so proud of the Kiwi Queens. Seeing Keita and Anita both on the top this week was awesome, and having Electra be the story of the episode was sick.
Of the last three
season, yeah,
it's incredible stuff.
I hope we see Maxi make some leaps and bounds forward because I want to see her.
Look, at this point, I'm feeling like it's rigor mortis.
Who's your favorite in the show?
Okay, so far Electra is serving everything. She's really working that fucking show and the reality and the angle and everything. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like the outfits. If you can entertain, which she is doing, and I've often said it's not what you wear, it's how you wear who you are. And Electra is letting us see it.
I'm crying.
And she's great. And Anita's been really good, surprisingly. Because, it's always been Keita and Anita, and it's Anita. Keita always overtakes Anita, and to kind of like just see Anita on her own, like, I love it.
That is my big takeaway as well, actually. I feel like we're really seeing the New Zealand queens come into their own.
Yeah.
And I've loved seeing like the full scale of Anita. Because I think as well, that's the beauty of, that's one part of the show that's like really enjoyable, that reality aspect of it, is that you get to see the queens like working at their drag, and the kind of the cogs ticking behind the performance. And I feel like it's really amazing to get a window into Anita's process. And I think she's very talented, very smart. Yeah, and I'm excited for her.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm hoping that Keita gets a similar journey, I think is what I'm trying to get.
But do you also think maybe like, the Kiwis are getting a lot of airtime because it's been like filmed in New Zealand and edited by New Zealanders?
I mean...
Or am I like, spinning a weird conspiracy?
Oh no, I love
here?
that.
Like,
spin away.
Yes and no, because I'm sure... I'm sure WoW Presents and Stan and everyone's kind of... their fingers are all over it as well.
I think at the end of the day, you have to make the best TV.
Yeah.
And
so
maybe
far,
it's interesting. I mean, Keita and Anita have both done 2 seasons of House of Drag. They've been in reality TV before. Electra did that whole second season. They know how to kind of be comfortable on TV.
And the fact that like those two are on one season together with a contestant that they judged, like
it's
this has got to come to a head, right?
That's exactly right.
Like Keita and Anita lip sync, like can we?
I know.
This is what
it
it's
will
coming
happen.
to.
It's definitely coming.
Okay.
And this isn't because I know anything about the show, but it's got to
happen. Yeah. Okay. Well, we
got to talk to Coco.
We got to go talk to Coco now. So, Medulla, thank you so much for your hot opinions.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're a shining, and I hope we get to see you on season 2.
Same.
Because I'll be
No comment.
I'll be putting my money on you. No comment.
Also, I think you were the first drag queen I ever saw perform in Auckland. So
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Set the bar.
And then I never went to another drag show.
Because you don't need to watch House of Drag after episode 4 either.
Okay, let's cross now to Coco Jumbo.
Coco Jumbo. Oh my gosh.
Morning.
Good morning, Coco. Oh my God. Look at you.
Stop it.
You've been the most ready.
Yes, I would say so. We got JoJo as a hoe, like pretty early stages. Mug done, no wig, no outfit.
I felt like Art was like gluing like diamonds to her face as she talked to us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're always your first interview. And so we get like, the queens, they just got themselves into drag, freshly painted.
I woke up at 3 o'clock to start my face.
Wow. Coco, first things first, you have the most beautiful mug on the show. I can't get over your face, and I'm so excited to see it in front of me right now.
Oh, wild. Yeah, I never thought I'd be the prettiest on the show, but apparently I am. I love it.
You are absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. You're a model. You're just a total model.
Yeah.
What was it that drew you into drag the first time? Like, what aspect of drag pulled you in?
Well, I found it impossible to get a boy job, like a day job, out of drag. So, lip sync. I've been doing like amateur drag competitions when I was younger. Like, seemed to be the go for me, and like there's like a thing called Drag for Dollars at ARC that's closed now. But every week I'd enter and win like $200, and so I just kept on doing it, and build up my reputation. And next thing you know, I'm a professional drag queen at Oxford Street.
Yes. So how many years have you been doing drag for?
I'd say I've been doing drag for 10 years, but I've been cross-dressing my entire life.
Wow. Oh, my God, amazing. So, obviously, the call about Drag Race, tell me about that process for you and what it meant to get on that show.
Well, first of all, like when we were asked to audition, I didn't realize that I was auditioning for RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under.
Wow. You're doing The Bachelor, The Bachelorette.
I thought I was doing, I was auditioning for Drag House, like that's filmed in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So when they asked me what I would do for Snatch Game, I was like, Snatch Game's that's a drag race thing. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, is this a drag race? And they're like, yes. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Can we start again, please?
Because on House of Drag, they did like a celebrity dinner, like an almost Snatch Game.
Oh my God, yeah.
Was Lizzo always your pick for Snatch Game, or did you have any other picks up the sleeve?
I wanted to do Kathy Freeman.
Oh wow!
Because I thought it'd be so funny having like a fat black like Kathy Freeman that's like just like sweaty and wet and gross. But Jojo and I were talking in quarantine, and she said that she was going to do Kathy Freeman as well. So I was like, okay, you can have a girl. And I was a little bit nervous because I'm not Aboriginal, that some people would have taken it as like offensive. So I stayed clear of her.
So all the queens obviously were in isolation together or in their own rooms. Were you just all messaging each other?
Me, Maxi, Jojo, and etc. were all in like the same quarantine hotel together. But as soon as we got inside, etc., like went straight off the group chat, and then me, Maxi, and Jojo were doing like little daily walks together.
Oh, that's nice.
So how was your experience? What has your experience been watching yourself back on TV?
Oh my God! Before like every episode, like absolute anxiety, like freaking out because like as you saw, like I didn't do like great in the competition, so I immediately just thought I did a whole lot worse than
personally. We would disagree.
I would not say you did bad at all. I would say you killed it. You were the lip sync assassin, and we were just saying should have been a double Shantae this week. So many memes as well. You saying "soz bitch" to Art Simone. I mean,
soz bitch.
Merch it, make the merch. So, how have you felt about this current episode coming out, and what's your feeling been about sort of leaving the show and? So it's a hard thing, obviously, because it's like there's a lot of anticipation, and I think you had what it takes to go all the way. So how do you feel?
I feel fine. Like in the moment, it was like very stressful, and like having to like record for the first time in my entire life in front of Mel Visage on a stage with like cameras everywhere, so many people looking at you. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Yeah, it was a good time. Watch myself back. I'm just glad that I didn't do a shit job. The lip sync for your life was, it was pretty much like a duet. I feel like Electra and I had so much fun. And,
Did you guys lip sync? No. I felt like you lip synced against each other twice, but no. But we saw both of you lip sync twice in a previous episode. Yeah. I just felt like you were just dynamite out there. I mean, if there was any kind of show I would want to see, it would be a Coco show.
Jumbo show.
I just felt like you just light up the stage.
Well, before COVID, I used to work 6 nights a week doing shows, like doing like trivias, bingos. On the weekends, we used to do like 20-minute production shows with 2 other drag queens. So like performing is what I do and what I love to do.
And so what's the plan from here on out? Would you be working on a solo show, planning to tour? What's coming up?
I'm pretty much just going to take over Oxford Street first of all. I'm going to claim my space. And then, after that, I want to take over Australia and New Zealand. And then hopefully as soon as the borders open back up, I want to go all over the world.
Incredible. Yeah, because that's the thing about this show. I'm just blown away by where it's viewed. Like, it's viewed all around the world. Have you noticed this? Like, what's it like on the receiving end, getting all this kind of love?
It's crazy. I'm getting like so many messages that I can't even translate.
Will you be going to Brazil?
How to put it to Google, like work out the translation. But like, I'm getting like messages from Brazil, Russia, like America, like like Fiji even, like, all these like random places that like I didn't think were actually watching, but they are.
Have you been spotted by anyone or like reached out to by anyone famous?
A lot of the Drag Race girls have reached out. Danny Minogue started following me on Instagram recently.
Yes.
Samantha Jade, she's camp. Yeah.
That's like, it's all worth it, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Get on TV.
I'm someone's film clip.
Well, we've loved getting to talk to you, and we loved watching you on the show. And
you're leaving the show as a lip sync assassin, one of the commentators of the season.
Yeah, we loved your confessionals.
Yeah, your confessionals were broader.
Shadier.
I love it. Are you always surprised at what other queens say about you?
No, I like to get as far as I have in Oxford Street, you have to have thick skin, and I think like as drag queens, we all like expect it a little bit. So yeah, I was so fine with it all.
Okay, well, let's ask one final question then. If there was like a, let's say, all-star season, like way down the line, would you do the experience again?
Absolutely. Of course, I'm all-stars.
Perfect, because we want you back on TV.
Yes, please.
There's like an international one like coming soon, I think. So hopefully I'm going to get all up in that shit.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. You're truly
having me.
Breathtakingly beautiful and a true star and an amazing lip syncer. And we can't wait to see more of you, hopefully, over here in New Zealand.
Absolutely. I'll be coming to a stage near you real soon, I hope.
Okay, great.
George, thanks, Coco.
My pleasure. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for listening. We actually have just been handed a little bit of breaking news.
It actually came like hot off the press.
It was incredible.
It was amazing. It was like slid onto the table. We're like, you must talk about this.
Yeah.
Live Nation are announcing a RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under tour, official tour for 2021.
Incredible. It's coming to Spark Arena October 1st and Michael Fowler Centre in Wellington on October 2nd.
It's so hot off the press. We don't even know who's performing, but by the looks of the image, it looks like all the queens.
All 10 queens.
All 10 queens performing on stage. So amazing that actually we asked Coco if she'll be coming to Auckland anytime soon. And she's like, well, maybe.
Maybe. And it's like sitting in front of
us. You're booked on a tour, apparently.
Tickets are on sale 1 p.m. Monday, May 24th, livenation.co.nz, or there's also a special little Vodafone pre-sale a few days before that if you're on Vodafone.
We want to thank the Spinoff for having us here and letting us gossip. Jonathan, who's been making sure that we sound good, our beautiful producer. And, of course, the very talented Medulla Oblongata.
She's Medulla420 on Instagram and on all social media. She said, except Pornhub, and she said to be clear about that.
So we have faith.
Yeah.
We've fulfilled our contractual obligations. Thank you so much for listening.
Please like and review, and come see my comedy festival show this week. Just please.
Huge plug.
Q Theatre all this week. Come on through.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spinoff. You can help us keep all of The Spinoff's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Kia ora e te iwi, Te Aihe Butler here, podcast manager at The Spinoff. If you enjoy listening to our podcasts, consider supporting our mahi by signing up to become a Spinoff member at thespinoff.co.nz/donate. The Spinoff Podcast Network.